Hello everyone. The 2000s saw the boom of a newer comedy genre called cringe comedy. Some of the most notable comedy shows that heavily feature this type of comedy during that time are Curb Your Enthusiasm, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Arrested Development, The Office UK version, The Office US version, I'm Alan Partridge, Extras, Peep Show, The In-Betweeners, The Comeback, Tom Goes to the Major, and Tim and Eric Awesome Show, Great Job. The comedian that pushed the genre to its limits by mixing real life with fictional characters that will bring out awkward, uncomfortable, and sometimes violent situations to show how some people truly are alike during this time is the subject of this video. That comedian is Sacha Baron Cohen. Sacha Baron Cohen was born on October 13th, 1971 in London, England. His full name is Sacha Noam Baron Cohen. He is a British actor and comedian. His comedy influences are Monty Python, Peter Cook, and Peter Sellers. Sellers being the biggest comedy influence of them all. The genres of comedy that he does are satire, cringe comedy, dark comedy, blue comedy, insult comedy, scatological comedy, pranks, character comedy, physical comedy, and improvisational comedy. Baron Cohen first studied at St. Columba's College in St. Albans. He would then move to Haberdashers' Boys School in Alstree. Sorry if I mispronounce anything in this video. He would then study at Christ's College, Cambridge, and would graduate there in 1993 with a degree in history. He was in the Cambridge University Amateur Dramatic Society. Through them, he was in the stage plays for Fiddler on the Roof and Cyrano de Bergerac. He also did shows with the Jewish left-wing group Habonim Dwar. In the early 90s, Baron Cohen hosted a weekly program on a now-defunct cable television channel called Windsor TV. From 1995 to 1996, he hosted a show for Channel 4 called TV Pump. From 1996 to 1997, he hosted a short-lived youth chat comedy show called F2F. During his time at F2F, he began to develop his most famous character, who is a misogynistic, anti-Semitic, anti-Romani, Kazakh journalist, Borat Zagdiev, for short skits on the show. Baron Cohen would take clown training at École Philippe Gaulier in Paris, France. He would study under master clown Philippe Gaulier. In 1998, he would debut the Austrian sex-obsessed, flamboyantly gay fashion reporter character of Bruno Gohard in some short sketches on Paramount Comedy 1. In the same year, he would star in the late-night satirical sketch comedy series called The 11 O'Clock Show as his newest character, who was Ali G. Ali G is an idiotic British streetwise poser who speaks in a rude boy style of multicultural London English, and he's from Staines, England. His full name is Alistair Leslie Graham. The series helped boost Sacha Baron Cohen's career along with Ricky Gervais, Jimmy Carr, and Mackenzie Crook. From 2000 to 2004, Baron Cohen created and starred in his own satirical sketch comedy series called The Ali G Show. The show features the characters of Ali G, Borat, and Bruno conducting real interviews with celebrities, politicians, intellectuals, experts, and other well-known people, all while asking them ridiculous questions. The show was written by Sacha Baron Cohen, Dan Mazer, Anthony Hines, James Bobin, Jamie Glassman, Robert Katz, Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg, Jeff Stinson, Rich Dahm, and many more. The show went on for 3 seasons and 18 episodes. The first season of the show originally aired on Channel 4 in the UK, and all those that were interviewed were mostly British citizens. The second and third seasons of the show aired on HBO in the US, and all those that were interviewed were mostly American citizens. Also, this is the first project of his in which he collaborated with his older brother, who is composer Sacha Boren Cohen. In 2002, Boren Cohen will release the first movie based on one of his characters. That movie is Ali G in the House. The movie is a comedy film that was directed by Mark Malode and was written by Sacha Boren Cohen and Dan Mazer. The movie stars Sacha Boren Cohen, Michael Gambon, Martin Freeman, Charles Dance, Kelly Bright, Rhonda Mitra, and Barbara New. Unlike the later movies that are based on his characters, this is the only one that's solely a fictional story and is not a mockumentary. The movie is about Ali G becoming an unlikely member of Parliament. The movie is a fairly decent and funny one. From 2005 to 2012, Boren Cohen would be the voice actor of the character of King Julian in the Madagascar movies. In 2006, Sacha Boren Cohen became a household name with the release of a second movie based on one of his characters. That movie is Borat, Cultural Learnings of America for Make Benefit Glorious Nation of Kakistan, or as it's simply known as Borat. Borat is a mockumentary dark comedy movie that was directed by Larry Charles, and it stars Sacha Boren Cohen as the titular Borat. The movie was written by Sacha Boren Cohen, Dan Mazer, Anthony Hines, Peter Banham, and Todd Phillips. The movie is about Borat traveling through the U.S. Much like the Ali G show, the movie has improvised segments of Borat interviewing and interacting with real-life Americans who think he's a foreigner and ignorant about local customs. The movie is really funny and is considered one of the greatest comedy movies of the 2000s and 20th century. In the same year, he would play the main antagonist in the Adam McKay-directed comedy movie Talladega Nights: The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. In 2007, he would star in the Tim Burton-directed Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. In 2009, Boren Cohen would release a third movie based on one of his characters. That movie is Bruno. Bruno is a mockumentary dark comedy movie that was directed by Larry Charles and stars Sacha Boren Cohen as the titular Bruno. The movie was written by Sacha Boren Cohen, Dan Mazer, Anthony Hines, Peter Banham, and Jeff Schaefer. The movie is about Bruno moving to the U.S. to become famous. Much like Borat, the movie has improvised segments of Bruno interviewing and interacting with real-life Americans who think he's gay and annoying. The movie is really funny, and I think it's underrated. I think it's even better, funnier, and darker than Borat. In 2011, he starred in the Martin Scorsese-directed Hugo. In 2012, Boren Cohen would release his next movie featuring a brand new character. The movie is a dictator and the character is Admiral General Aladdin. The Dictator is a political satire dark comedy movie. The movie was directed by Larry Charles and was written by Sacha Boren Cohen, Alec Berg, David Mandel, and Jeff Schaefer. The movie stars Sacha Boren Cohen, Anna Faris, Jason Mazzuccas, and Ben Kingsley. The movie is about the dictator of the fictional African country of Wadiya, Admiral General Aladdin, visiting the U.S. The movie is a good and funny one. In the same year, he would star in the Tom Hooper-directed Les Miserables. In 2016, Baron Cohen will release a new movie of his with another brand new character. This movie is The Brothers Grimsby, and the character is Kyle Allen Nobby Butcher. The Brothers Grimsby is a spy action dark comedy movie. The movie was directed by Louis Leterrier and was written by Sacha Baron Cohen, Phil Johnston, and Peter Banham. The movie stars Sacha Baron Cohen, Mark Strong, Isla Fisher, Rebel Wilson, Gabrielle Sidby, and Penelope Cruz. The movie is about a football hooligan, Kyle Allen, reuniting with his long-lost brother, who is an MI6 agent and preventing an evil global plot from happening. I haven't watched this movie because it's been received pretty badly. If I was ranking Baron Cohen movies, then I would have to watch it. But thankfully, I do not. The one thing I have to say about the movie is that it perhaps has one of the most edgiest scenes in the comedy movie ever that involves elephants. I'll leave it at that. In the same year, he would appear in the movie Alice Through the Looking Glass. In 2018, Baron Cohen created and started a new comedy show called Who is America? Who is America is a political satire mockumentary that was made for Showtime. It ran for one season and had 7 episodes. The show was written by Sacha Baron Cohen, Dan Mazer, Anthony Hines, Nathan Fielder, Kurt Metzger, Adam Lovett, Todd Schulman, Andrew Newman, Dan Swimmer, Tim Alsop, Lee Kern, and many more. Much like the Ollie G show, it has Baron Cohen portraying fictional characters that interviewed and interact with real Americans, from well-known people to regular people. Baron Cohen created brand new characters for the show. Characters such as Billy Wayne Ruddick Jr., PhD, a far-right conspiracy theorist who is a citizen journalist, Dr. Naira Kane Giusello is a politically correct lecturer from Reed College, Aaron Morad is an Israeli ex-Mossad agent, Rick Sherman is a recently released British ex-convict with artistic aspirations. Oh my god, Whizboy OMG is a Finnish YouTuber with an unboxing show. Gio Monaldo is an Italian billionaire, playboy, and fashion photographer. The show is hilarious and I highly recommend it. In 2019, Baron Cohen would portray Eli Cohen in the Netflix series of Spy. In 2020, Baron Cohen would release an Amazon Prime exclusive sequel to Borat, which was called Borat Subsequent Movie Film. Much like the original, the movie is a mockumentary dark comedy. It was directed by Jason Volner. It was written by Sacha Baron Cohen, Dan Mazer, Anthony Hines, Peter Banham, Erica Ravenja, Gina Friedman, Dan Swimmer, Lee Kern, and Nina Pedred. It stars Sacha Baron Cohen and Maria Bakalova. It is about Borat trying to sell his daughter to the then U.S. Vice President Mike Pence. I quite enjoyed the movie and it is an overall good sequel. I recommend checking out the tie-ins to the sequel, which is Borat's American Lockdown, Debunking Borat, and Borat Supplemental Reportings Retrieved from Floor of Stable Containing Editing Machine. All of them are also on Amazon Prime and I quite enjoyed them overall. In the same year, he would portray Abby Hoffman in the movie The Trial of the Chicago 7. In 2021, he voiced Uncle Ugo in the movie Luca. In 2024, he was in the Apple TV Plus series Disclaimer. In 2025, he portrayed Mephisto in the MCU series Ironheart. Recently, in 2026, Baron Cohen was in the comedy movie Balls Up. That's on Amazon Prime Video. And the comedy movie Ladies First, that's on Netflix. Well, that's all I have to say about the legendary Sacha Baron Cohen. A modern Peter Sellers he is. If you like this video and want more like it, then like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. I'm Vaughn Wesley, and have a good one.